yeah, like be at the level where you can do your job and do your job well, but
Mm.
then learn for like the wow factor.
Yeah,
So, like not only to impress the people you work for, but to impress yourself. You know what I
exactly.
mean? And that's what I think like is so fascinating in learning new things. Is like you didn't even know something existed, or maybe you didn't even, or as simple as you didn't know how to do it, and then you go through that process, and now you can do it like second nature. And it's like when you think about it like that, it's really amazing. So I think like instead of like people playing video games or like watching Netflix or something, like I mean we all do it, but like when you start to shift all the time you commit to that stuff into say maybe you're like watching a YouTube tutorial and then you execute practicing what you learned and learn how to play the guitar or something like that, I think is a little more valuable than watching some movie that's like, oh, that wasn't any good, and then you realize you just wasted 2 hours or something.
And it's not to say Netflix is bad. It's not to say video games are bad, right? There's
Right.
probably a lesson to be learned from both.
Mhm.
And you can even watch a documentary on Netflix that actually teaches you something,
Right.
or you
Hmm.
can watch a movie that gives you some sort of inspiration,
Hmm.
right? But to that's why I have such a tough time with like nonfiction.
Hmm.
Just it to like read like a made up story that just doesn't have any context to real life. It
Hmm.
it almost like bothers me because yes, it's good to just get your mind away sometimes, but I don't think that's how like evolutionarily our mind was not meant to get away by
Right.
watching some bullcrap movie that puts a vision in your mind that's not
Hmm.
real.
Yeah, and I'm like again with video games, like I know a lot of people like that's like their escape, like how
Mm-hmm.
you were saying with basketball before, and like it's fun, like I'll do it, and it's good to take a break from whatever. But yeah, like again, it kind of gives this false picture of like this is how things go, like Call of Duty, like oh I can be in the army, but no, you don't come back to life if you get shot, or like same with Grand Theft Auto, you can't go and steal cars and be okay. Like it kind of teaches things that aren't necessarily ethical or moral. But if it provides that escape where I can go and do these things in a video game and it doesn't harm my real life situation, then everyone's morals and values are different, and that's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think there's another point to say that you shouldn't do that for 5 hours.
right,
If you
right.
have to escape, you have to get away for
Hmm.
5 hours of your day, then the problem is much bigger than
Yes.
just going to get your mind away from it. Like,
Yeah.